Hello and welcome to Ignite Teacher's Toolbox, Engaging Children Today for Better Minds Tomorrow by Dr. Reyna. Welcome. This is going to be an interactive presentation, so get ready to get up and start moving. The purpose of this presentation is so that we ignite all the knowledge that you already have inside. So get ready, get up, and be ready to participate and to play full on. Okay. So we all know, you as educators know that everything that a student needs to be successful. I'm not going to be talking about that. We're not going to talk about that today. You already know all of that. We're going to be talking about how to enhance your message and improve understanding with the proper use of visual aids for your students. We're also going to be talking about making every virtual classroom interactive, compelling, and productive. You more than anybody know what student engagement is. You've taken many professional development on how to have a classroom and how to make it engaging. We all know that it refers to the degree of attention, curiosity, interest, optimism, and passion that a student shows when they are learning what you are teaching them. So you know what the levels of engagement are. You know that we have 5 levels of engagement. And which one is the one that we all want? We want authentic engagement. We want all of our students to be authentically engaged. Raise your hand if you agree with me. Okay, right? So, but that's not where we stand right now. Where do we stand with our students when we're teaching them online on the other side of the screen? Just like you, some of them are sitting, some of them are eating, some of them are just like, oh my gosh, another video, another classroom. So where are our students? Our students are disengaged, defiant. They do not disturb others because they're not in the same classroom, but they just disappear. They go away, they block their camera so that you cannot see them, therefore you cannot engage with them. Okay. There are 3 categories that determine the engagement of your classroom. You either have an engaged classroom, a compliant classroom, or a completely abstract classroom. So how do we move students towards authentic engagement? How do we increase student engagement? I have here your typical student. I'm not going to be talking about the majority of your students. The majority of your students have more than 2 students in the household with 1 computer. They have multiple siblings jumping all over them when they're trying to be in class. We're not going to be talking about that situation right now because we're talking about engagement. Okay, and if we are not reaching our model student, we are definitely not reaching our problem students. So here it is, a student who has an optimal learning setting, has a computer, it has a desk, it has pencils, it has everything that this student needs to be engaged. However, we don't see that level of enthusiasm. We don't see her engaged. Here's a teacher on the other side, and here we see our student right there, right? Just thinking, what am I doing here, right? The teacher is just hoping that they will learn. She's sitting in there, but their kids are not engaged. This is how a classroom looks when it's engaged. This is a picture of some of my teachers being engaged, giving me high fives for participating. It's our live session. So that's how we are, and that's how we want our kids to be engaged. We want them to be giving us high five. We want them to giving us thumbs up, thumbs down, showing us something, showing us their work, participating, right? But that's not what we're getting. And the question is why? So how does a teacher prepare his or her classroom for learning? That is the question. We all know that communication is an essential part. We communicate with our parents, we communicate with our superintendent, we communicate with our principal, we communicate with our students, most importantly, on a regular basis. But communication has evolved, and we have to evolve with it. Now, we have to not only be audible, we have to be visible, and we have to be tactical. We have to cross the screen to touch our students and to communicate with our students when we are talking to them. We no longer just have to talk to them and see them. We now have to say it once, write it, mimic it, and say it again, and make them respond to us so that communication can work. So, like I say, communication has evolved and we have to evolve with it. So how are we going to help our students? Okay, and we are here to present, Ignite is here to present 3 different techniques. 1, through breathing, 2, through movement, and 3, through visual aids. So we're gonna start with the first one. And I'm gonna ask you to stand up so you can participate. Remember, the only thing that I ask is that you play full out, that you participate. Because when you participate, that's the only way that you're gonna know if this program is gonna work or not. So that's why I need you to participate with me. So I'm gonna ask you to stand up and we're gonna do breathing exercises, the same breathing exercises that you are going to do with your students. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to breathe, count to 4 with your fingers. When you count in, you breathe in, and you count out, you breathe out. So I'm gonna mimic it for you, and we're gonna go through our nose, in, out, in, out, in, out. As your student continues to breathe, you ask him or ask her to think of something that makes them happy. It can be their dog, their parents, their sister, their friend, their clothing, a flower outside, anything that makes them happy. Just like Peter Pan, something that makes them happy, that can make them fly. As they breathe in, out, in, out. In the beginning, it's gonna take you a couple of minutes to train your students to do this. Eventually, it's gonna take 1 to 2 minutes because as they breathe, you just direct them. Think of something that makes you happy as you breathe. And they are. As they're thinking of that thing that makes them happy, you start to give them the outcomes of the day. You start to give them what is the objective of today. And you already have that because you already know what you want to teach today. So you're gonna say, what is your objective? And you're gonna start telling them the objective with the best possible outcome for the classroom. So for example, you're gonna say, today we're going to learn about addition and subtraction. By the end of the day, all of you will be able to add and subtract with no problem. It will be easy peasy. You will be experts in adding and subtracting. We're gonna have a wonderful time learning addition and subtraction today. And you start with your breathing, okay? As they're doing their breathing. So like I said, in the beginning, it's gonna take you a couple of minutes to train them to do the breathing, but as they learn to do it, you'll just have to tell them, think of something that makes you happy, and today, and as they're thinking, you start giving them their objectives and the best possible outcome. So you are preparing them, you're telling them what's going to happen, and as a teacher, you are setting up the path where they're gonna walk. So you're gonna have them focus and they are going to be expecting to learn how to do the addition and how to do all the different things that they have to learn. Okay, so how do you feel? Okay, take a deep breath. Okay, yes, so then that's how your students will be. Your students will be breathing and getting all this oxygen into their brains. So why it's the finger breathing? It's because we are incorporating the breathing with the movement. Okay, and so why breathing? There's several benefits of breathing, but we're gonna focus on one. One of the benefits of deep breathing is that breathing boosts oxygen levels in the brain. The higher the oxygen level in the brain, the better you can focus and stay alert. And so what do you want from your students? You want your students to stay focused, and alert. You want them to pay attention to what you are saying, so to what you are trying to teach. Then give them a great virtual experience. So movement, why the finger and why movement, right? A lack of movement may prevent healthy development. I am only going to focus on three or four of these areas. Movement encourages kinesthetic memory. So when you are asking them to move, they're not only listening to you, they're not only seeing you, they are moving. And as they are moving, it's another outlet of information to their brain. So they are learning by hearing, by seeing, and by moving. So they have spatial orientation. They have more orientation of their space. It supports their balance, and it enhances verbal and non-verbal communication. Children learn to work in group dynamic and develop the skill to turn taking. So they are able to know that this is my turn to do this exercise as I hear. So they're multitasking. They're learning to multitask with their brain. And movement supports literacy. So I wouldn't be surprised if by the time they go back to the classroom, they have advanced in reading, in math, and in all these different areas, because now they are going to be learning in multiple dimensions. Okay. Children need movement to develop balance, and we learn that. Some of our ideas is that we use the hand signals to see. Another way to engage our children so that the teacher can see what's going on in the classroom. Okay, so many of you already use all the systems, and so you can use the Zoom background as a reminder for your kids to learn the hand signals as you are teaching them. Some of them might already know it because that's a tool that a lot of teachers use, and some might not use it. So then this is a perfect opportunity for them to use the hand signal. So when you go back to the classroom, you already will have a system of how to communicate and to keep your noise control down. And right now, you'll be able to keep your noise control down because you would be able to mute all your students and only communicate by hand gestures, and only unmute the ones that you want to participate in your classroom. Okay, so children need movement to develop balance. We already know that. And so here are some movement ideas. So one of the ideas is that you interrupt your day with vibrant music, because your kids are sitting down, they're learning. We saw the little girl, she has the perfect setting. She is sitting down and she has her books and her pencils and she is ready to learn. Okay, so we're asking that you set up an alarm with specific music that you are going to teach him, and you're going to tell your students, this music is for jumping jacks, this music is for wiggling your body, this music is for running in place, this music is for stretching. And so then when they hear that music, they will be able to do that. So get up. So you're gonna get up and you're gonna start running in place. Okay, and next the other one. So with that one, you're gonna clap your hands. Okay, so that's an example of how you can interrupt your classroom. You do about a minute of movement. They get up, they clap, they do whatever movement you want them to do, and they breathe. How do you feel? You're breathing, right? You're getting oxygen into your brain. And then they sit down. Now they want to focus because they have already been exercising. So now they want to focus and they want to pay attention. Okay, so this is exactly the same thing. The music. And you go. And another 5 minutes, you're talking, and all of a sudden the music starts. Get up, do your movement. Whew. We are tired. So then you get up, you did your music, you're breathing. So why interactive music? Why do we want to put music to condition your kids' moves? Okay, again, more music. Okay, so this is the result that you're gonna get. This is what I wanted you to see. So you see, when you have music in here, your student wants to show their moves. They want to show that they participate, right? So then you can see right here, there's this student that has someone that is sitting down right here. They don't care. They don't care that someone is sitting down in there. They want to turn on their camera, and that's what you want. You want to see your student. You want your student to want to turn on their camera so that you can see them. So here they are. They have their camera on and they're showing their moves. This student right here has like their whole family participating. This person right here has another person. Everybody is like, this person over here is doing a sign. Everybody is engaged participating. So that's your opportunity to have your student participate, and that is the result that you want. So when you put in the music, you expect them. They know. They hear the music. They get up, and they start doing whatever movement you want them to do. You can have them clap their fingers, clap. Right? And that's the result that you're gonna get. That is something that you already know. It's not something new. I'm not teaching anything new. I'm simply sharing and igniting all the knowledge that you have inside of you. You already do this. You already require students to move up when they respond to a question. You already tell your students to show their whiteboard when they're writing their answers. You already ask your students to stand up and show their finished work because you want them moving. So it's exactly the same thing, but now we're utilizing the music, the movement they're doing so that they have their camera on and that they are moving, and you are prompting them to do that movement and to be active. Okay, and then by providing feedback, you are a master at providing feedback. Who is the best at saying, good job, you did a great job, gives a star and gives them rewards and all kinds of things? That's all they need. They just need good feedback because that improves their learning. And what better way to do it right now? When you see them moving, you say, yay, there you go, Francisco, there you go, Emma, you're doing a great job, Jacqueline. So you're saying their names and you're pumping them up that they're doing a great job. And there's nothing more than a student likes than being appreciated by their teacher. They will do anything for you. So if you are giving them good feedback when they're moving, they will do that. So we have learned that communication has evolved. And now our visual aid is ×2. So not only we have to ask the question so that our students can hear, we have to write the question, and we have to go across the screen to show the question. And so that's where we have to engage all the senses of our students. And we have different ideas that we are sharing with you. One of the ideas was to create our little emojis. Unfortunately, not all the teachers are able to send the emojis to the classrooms. Okay, so that's one challenge that we face. If you are able to send the emojis to the houses, so where the students can use the yes, the no, the heart, that's a really good idea and can easily be printed in circles and stuff like that. If you are not, then you can always use the traditional universal yes, no, true, false. That's as simple as you see the responses in your screen, like right away, because you see right, left, right? Another idea is you ask your student, go find something red. Go on, I look around my house, I found something red, teacher. So they have something red. This can be your no. This can be your false. Go find something green. I found something green, teacher. Everybody can find something red or something green. There you go. So then you have it. And then you ask the question, true or false? True is green, false is red. So what is the answer? You know, when was Abraham Lincoln was born? In 1974. False. That's when I was born. So there you have it. So then you can ask your kids, go find something in the house that they can use. And they'll be more than happy to share what they find. And they will get ideas on, oh yes, I have a red shirt. I'm gonna go get one of the red shirts. Oh yes, I have some Tic Tacs that are green. They will go find something that is green, and you'll be able to see it on the screen, so you will not have to have all of them unmuted at the same time. Another thing that you can use for the upper classrooms is that you can have backgrounds for your students. So that way you can easily identify the groups that you set up. This will justify and it will help our students with their social engagement. When they go to school, they talk to the neighbor to the right, they talk to the neighbor to the left, they talk to the neighbor behind them, they talk to the neighbor as they cross the hallways. In our virtual learning, they don't have that ability. So when they go into breakouts, if you set up their classrooms and they get associated with colors, you are able to see who's in what group, and they're able to identify their other members. And so that's a sense of social life for them, or participation. Here is how what some of our teachers choose colors to put in. So they put in the teal, as you can see here. The teal is this group, this other group is the blue, and so then they made some other color blue. So you can use, they can either make their own backgrounds, or you can assign backgrounds for them. They can identify their own group, and so it's, the sky's the limit. You have more resources than I can possibly share. This is just an idea to ignite your imagination and to see that what you can do in your classroom. Okay, so that's that. We are back to visual aids. Like we said, yes, no, traditional, true, false, simple as that. This is just the beginning. There are many more strategies that are here. The reason why we started this Ignite program is because we wanted to show you that there is multiple of ideas out there. There's multiple of teachers working on a day-to-day basis, sharing all these different ideas with us. And we are igniting all of our teachers, connecting all of our teachers, all the knowledge in one place. So by joining in this course, you are part of the new Facebook group where you can collaborate and innovate, where you can share what you're doing, where you can share your successes and your failures. So that if a teacher is sharing his failure and you're trying to implement something and you can see it didn't work and is sharing it in there, or if you try something and it didn't work for you, you share it. Maybe someone says, I did that, but then I changed it this way and then it was a success. That's the idea of collaborating and innovating. Imagine how easy it would be to connect with other teachers who are sharing new ideas, who are sharing free resources, such as workshops and much, much more. And not only that, but you also get to belong to a part of a block. I believe that ideas are born when you speak up. When you speak up, ideas are born. And not only that, you get to share and you get to help other teachers ignite their imagination and use all the resources that they have. You have been attending to professional development for years. You have hours and hours of professional development. You have hours and hours of information that you can share, or that you can see how other teachers are using it to ignite and to engage our children in this time of long distance learning. So by participating in this blog, you'll be able to share, you'll be able to meet new people, to talk to them, and most importantly, to work with them. It doesn't matter if it's a teacher that is right next to you or if it's a teacher that is 1,000 miles away from you. This blog is not only for California, but it's nationwide so that we all can share ideas. Part of the purpose of Ignite is not that we are the experts, is that we are connecting all of our teachers, all of our resources into one. Okay, share your voice. Use my blog to share your voice and opinions. You are the voice our people want to hear. You are the expert. You are the one who has all the knowledge. We are simply a match to ignite all of your potential. Let me know if you have any questions, if you need any assistance, if you want me to go on and help you with your breathing exercises, setting up your music, and you want me to go into your classroom, whatever you need, I'm willing to go establish a Zoom meeting, anything that you need, I'm here to serve you. This is our team. This is contact me. There's my website. Feel free to sign up to receive the newsletter. This course is constantly being updated with new information and new ideas from teachers like you, and for stuff that is working out for other teachers. Not right now, it's only for virtual, but as we grow and we go back into the classroom, we will also need resources to make our children safe and to work and see what works for everyone. So keep on checking and sign up to receive the free material and the monthly newsletter so that you get all the updates of everything that is going on and everything that our teachers are sharing. Make sure you join our Facebook group so that you can receive and share information as well. Okay, there's some other resources. Now that our kids are not in school, they are not able to have as many books. Many children don't have any books in their homes. This organization shares the books and mails the books directly to the children. Feel free to reach out to me if you want more information on how to get free books for you and for others. This is some of my resources, and now I thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me your precious time. All of our children, thank you for giving us your precious time. Here's my email address, my phone number, my email. Feel free to reach out to me, and I wish you success